Well, thank you so much for being here with us once again on another episode of A Legacy of Love, Un Legado de Amor. And today we have a very, very special guest, a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Dawn, and I am happy to have you here today. Could you share a little bit about yourself? And I know that you've written these beautiful books.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I'm a local author in Atlanta, Georgia. I am single and proud to be that. Mother of one amazing queen, and she's doing an amazing job, and she gives me the credit. And that's sort of where I pull from, keeping my integrity intact because our daughters are always watching us.
Wow. Well, you look phenomenal, and I would not know if you were single or not, but we all have a story, And my story, my book, A Legacy of Love, for me, those changes were baby steps. It was
Yeah.
not easy to share, to reveal the things that I had to go through. Could you share a little bit about what you had to overcome, your story?
Okay, so there's not just one. My life is very complicated, but I'm going to pick what stands out the most. I overcame poor decision making. When you put it that way, that can apply to anything, relationships, marriage, job opportunities. I tended to always put myself last. It was as if I was not important. But at some point, after many mistakes and after, taking jobs and absolutely hating it, jumping into relationships, absolutely hating it, jumping into marriages, absolutely hating it. How many things do you have to absolutely hate before you stop those things and look at why you end up there, how you're making decisions? The thing that amazed me the most is when I was going for my bachelor's degree, Professor Paul Moody wrote a book, Decision Making, Making It Right the First Time. And his method was a really weird one. He was an ex-Navy officer and he taught us about a perk chart. But at the end of the day, what the perk chart means is stay focused, all right, and work on what's important for an expected outcome. That would be good. And that was the way I could get through that class because I was bored to death. But in time, I just remembered the title of the book. Sometimes it's just the title you need. Sometimes it's not all the content and the details and the vignettes. It's just what was his message? Make better decisions, right? So when you're going to make a decision, I've learned to literally write things out if I need to. The pros and the cons of this. And the one that outweighs, that's the way I'm going, hands down, don't care. But the problem with decision making about people is that they change. Situations change. They could be amazing and they change. They could love God in the beginning and change. They don't owe you a lifetime of perfection and correction, right? Then the
Mhm.
worst part, they could be an amazing spouse and die. That's a change. And these are all things that we will never, ever have control over. So this is what I said I was going to do. Number one, I was going to always go before God, right? Because he knows about all the changes
Yes.
and he knows how to measure and decide if these changes are going to work for your future. I don't know my destiny. At 61, I still don't know where God is taking me. But I do know I'm not going to be able to drag everybody there. So, because I don't want to make another bad decision. People want to, why aren't you married? Do you want to get married again? I don't know. I have no idea. I may fall in love with what God is doing for me and all of a sudden wake up 98 years old and not even understand what was over my shoulder. Or I could say, okay, God, I kind of got this. I'm snapping out books here and there and I'm doing good, but I'm tired of going to galas alone and award ceremonies alone and not having that person to celebrate me, that one that's at
Of
the,
course, of course. I
yeah, the
understand
one
where you're
that's
coming from.
standing, yeah, the one that's standing there with flowers, for you because they're so proud of you. But in any event, not something that I need because God always fulfills me. So, wisdom kicked in really late for me. I had an older cousin and she found me after many years And we were talking, and I was going over all the drudgery of my personal relationships. And she said, Dawn, you're still not wise.
Wow.
But she didn't tell me why. She didn't pinpoint anything. She didn't sit down. She just said, Dawn, still not wise. I says, okay, back to the drawing board. So back to wisdom, back to God. The easiest thing is to just wait, I say, on the Lord,
Yeah.
talk with him, be transparent. Don't suppress women. Ladies, we are excellent at shoulda, coulda, wouldas. We're always trying to manufacture it and manipulate another person's emotions. If a person has showed you they're not interested, if an employer has showed you
Hmm.
once you get there, you just don't feel right. The culture's not working for you. They're not responding to you. They're not helping you. Hey, get that resume back out. Don't prolong your life for somebody else's indecision about you. You have to find my final message for anybody, any woman, male, whatever, it would be this. Become the center of your own attraction. Focus on you. If your life were a camera lens, look through it every day in the morning and look at it, go look through it at night. And if you're not in the center of the lens, if you're kind of off to the side and can just see your arm and everything else that's not balanced, that's not you, that is not going to work.
Most
So,
definitely. Most definitely. And where could people find you and your books? Do you have them there? I know that you're an author.
yes, I have a website where people can follow me. It is booksbydawn.com.
Do you have something there visible so the people could look at them?
These here,
Yes, because you
just
have these
these two,
amazing books that they've won. They've actually won internationally because of the
right?
value of your book. And people could
Right.
actually go and purchase your book. Where could they find your books?
Well, this one you can get as an ebook at Barnes and Noble, and the others you could pre-order and order on my website, which is www.booksbydawn.com. I am a self-publisher, and so the only thing this that you see here, I have done everything. I do my own illustrations. I'm getting much better at that. I do my own content. I actually do my own editing. The only thing I don't do is bind them and print them. I get those shipped in from Ohio. But yeah, so Joyful Noise is that was a personal one, personal memoir. That one has a lot of different content. It sort of takes me back to the very beginning and brings me all the way to the front. And when I wrote the last chapter, I didn't have any animosity. I wasn't hurt anymore. It was no longer about what my mom said or what my father wasn't there. I was so happy to hear a different sound, right? Experiences become poems, they become movies, they become songs, they become books. So I felt like I was singing this sad blues all the
Yeah.
time. And then when I became a writer, I said, Dawn, you do know you can rewrite your script, right? You're an author. And so I became creative, went before God, asked him to heal me. And then he says, now you can write out of a healed place and out of a hurt place. Both of these books are designed to
What's
combat
the name of the
mental
other
anguish.
book? The one that you just pulled up?
This one here
Uh-huh.
is the art of online dating. Where do we go from here? This one here is powerful in today's world where online dating is sort of all over the place. But
It
it's
seems
an
like it's
amazing
everywhere.
guide.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a guide and it has helped a lot of people. I have two more books coming out before the end of the year, and I'm just busy,
Wow,
busy,
that is
busy.
amazing. So you
Yeah,
all, please, as you're listening here, don't wait. Go ahead and go onto her own website and purchase these fantastic books. If you're trying to find someone and you're on that online dating or this other book as well, go and search those books because they've won internationally and they're very, very special books that will empower you, that will help you and guide you. And Dawn, what is your last message for us and for the audience today?
I think I just said it before. Just stay focused. Make sure that you consider yourself first and don't feel guilty about that. To thine own self be true and become the center of your own attraction.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being here with us once again on another episode of A Legacy of Love. And I wish you the very best from the bottom of my heart because I know that God has amazing things for you. He's not
Thank
done. And I just cannot wait to hear from you what is coming up next. So have a wonderful day. And thank you for being here once again on another episode of A Legacy of Love.
thank you so much, Analee. Take care.
Take care.